All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle and the great millstone. Peace, safety, and blessing to the Akims pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the four winds. All right. This part 2 of Cornelius, the Israelite. Okay. And I left off, it was how Yahushai had to die and break down the partition, the wall of partition or separation between the southern and the northern tribe. Okay, because when they split, it was like chaos amongst them. Okay, so bad that the southern kingdom wanted to kill the northern kingdom for them being so wicked and wanting to put a heathen over them instead of who was supposed to be over somebody from their own nation. Okay. So Yahushua had to come back. This had to happen for those other Gentiles or that other nation to be made part of Israel once again, to be made that one stick. Okay. And this is how it was going to happen. This how it was not going to happen, but this is how it is happening. Okay. But these things had to take place before they would come back into the fold. Okay. It's Ezekiel 36 and 24 and 25. It says, "For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you." So, after Yahushua came and he died, this would take place. Okay? He would cleanse them from their filthiness and break down their wall and bring those Gentiles back into the fold. All right. Now, this is Ephesians. This is how they will be cleansed and come back. Ephesians 5 and 26. It says that he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. So, Yahushua was going to come and die. The 144,000, the elect men, they would get the truth, and guess what they would do? They would start awakening everyone else. Okay? But before then, even before then, right after he died, the end had started. Okay? The end had already started. As soon as he died and arose 3 days later, that was the beginning of the end. Okay, that was the beginning of the end. So after that happened, after Yahushua died, then these things could start taking place until all be fulfilled. Okay, so he had to die for all these things to take place. And if you look at the Daniel, the prophecy in Daniel, after all these captivities, notice, when we speak of Cornelius, it's in the book of Romans. And who was ruling then? Rome. Who died after this? Before this? Yahushua. Okay? So, this is where it takes place at. Okay, and right after Yahushua died, I ain't gonna say right after, but in that time, Yahushua died, we have the book of Romans and the things that take place in the book of Romans. Okay, so it's all around the same time frame. Okay. Now, side note, we see that this that took place with Cornelius was in the time after Yahushua. Okay. So, we knew it was going to become a time where the Gentiles, Israel, they became a separate nation from Judah when they left off under idolatry. And we knew that they would come back But the way they would come back, it would have to be through Yahweh Shaddai. Okay. Now we're going to get into Cornelius. All right. We're going to get into Cornelius. Let me save this and then go back. Okay. We're going to get into Cornelius now. All right. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band. People think just because he was from the Italian band that he was Italian. No, he wasn't Italian. Okay, now let's check this out. When you go to the word centurion, it means in the ancient Roman army, the commander of a century. That means it was his job, and he was the commander of 100 men. That's what he was. That's what centurion means. Okay, centur or century is 100. So he was like a general over 100 men. He was responsible for 100 men. Okay, that was his job description. That's it. Now, who was in the Roman army? You can Google this. The Roman army sought soldiers from other countries, made them citizens and soldiers. They took on Roman customs and Roman names. Kind of like today. We're the break off of Rome. America is the break off of Rome. Okay, when you look at the statue. And the army and armed forces are built up of different nationalities. The term Roman is really not like no nationality. It was like a status, a social status, not an ethnicity. It was a social status. Like people wanted to be called a Roman because that's who was in rulership. Okay, but let's read. It says every Roman soldier, the highlighted area on here. Okay, I'm gonna just read the whole thing. It says only men could be in the Roman army, no women. Every Roman soldier was a Roman citizen. He had to be at least 20 years old. He was not supposed to get married while he was a soldier. Most soldiers in the Roman Empire came from countries outside of Italy. So they went recruiting people that wasn't in Italy. They wasn't in Rome. Okay. It says there were many Roman soldiers from Africa, France, Germany, Balkans, Spain, and the Middle East. So this was a social status. To get into Rome, it was a price to be paid. Okay. So we see everybody that was in the Roman army was not Romans. Okay. They were not Roman. They were Roman citizens. All right. Now, it said a devout man and one that feared the Most High with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God always. Check this out. This is a precept. Now we know the heathens. Okay, this is something they couldn't do. It says now, okay, John 9:31. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of the Most High and doeth his will, he or him he heareth. So we know that somebody that's outside of the laws and custom of Israel, the Most High would not deal with like that. Okay. So sin is 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is a transgression of the law. The law was given to Israel. And here's the precept to that. So by him, a devout man, and why would a man that wasn't a part of Israel, that wasn't a part of the chosen people, put himself under those laws to keep when they had nothing to do with him? Okay? Why would you put yourself in a caged in where I can't eat this, I can't eat that, I can't do this, and I can't do that, if he wasn't a part of that nation of people? Okay, think about that. If you're not a part of it, why are you going to go throw yourself in a cage? Because think about it. Imagine the whole world trying to keep the laws right now. They would tell you, oh no, that's for the Jewish people. Ain't nobody gonna say, I'm not eating pork no more. I'm not mowing my beard. I'm not shaving my head. They will be like, I'm not Jewish. So they're not gonna jump in that cage and take on them customs if they're not a part of that nation. Okay? This is a precept. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Most High made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. Okay, so this man couldn't have been devout and feared the Most High with all the people in his house, gave alms to the people like he was paying tithes, you know what I'm saying? And prayed to the Most High always. Like, you can't be of the nation, of another nation, and just want to do things that's not of your customs. I'm not gonna go to Africa and keep a custom of sticking my head in a cow's ass. I'm not African. Okay? I'm not gonna go to another country and do the customs of that people, because those are their customs. So why would Cornelius keep a custom of a Jew if he didn't have an idea of that's who he really was? All right. This is Acts. Verse 3 and 4, it says, he saw in a vision, evidently about the 9th hour of the day, an angel of the Most High coming to him and saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked on him, he was afraid and said, what is it, Lord? So he already knew. And he said unto him, thy prayers and thine alms are come up for a memorial before the Most High. The Most High is not going to answer a heathen like that. Okay? He's not going to deal with a heathen like that. Okay? Now it's going to get a little more juicier. This is Acts 10, 9 through 16, then 19 through 20. All right. It says, on the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour, and became very hungry, and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance, and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the 4 corners, and let down to the earth, wherein all manner of 4-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And the voice spake unto him, saying, again, the second time, what the Most High has cleansed, thou call not thou common. Key word, cleansed. Cleansed. Keep that in mind. Not dealing with food at all. What he have cleansed. When we go back up here, Who was going to be cleansed? After Yahushua came, it says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall become clean. From all your filthiness, from all your idols will I cleanse you. And how would that happen? That he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Okay, I'm going to stop this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, safety, and blessing to you, Akshay, pushing this truth and sincerity. Shalom.